Hello! Okay, the sound is officially working the way it should. Beautiful. All right. So here's what I want to discuss with all of you tonight. Welcome, first of all. I just want to say that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you had an amazing and very productive day at Kind Look Academy. So it's November 7th, and we're one day away from the big event, the lunar eclipse in Taurus. I was trying to get my thoughts together. So that's going on tomorrow. I will be wearing multiple clothes tomorrow because I will be filming an edited video and edited down because it's been in my vision. And even with my eyes dilating, I don't care. I will do it anyway. Now, I always say things and then I don't do them. Well, not always, but I say things and I don't do them. I sort of have to push through that a little bit. Okay. Now, tonight is a night where I will be speaking to you all about this weekend. First of all, please respond in the chat if you're here. I see everyone coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, I do want to remind you of a couple quick things. My Facebook page will turn into the Amenten page from now on. I'm done using Facebook. It doesn't serve any purpose or have really any value to produce any public content off of anymore because I got the community tab, and so that's what I use from now on. Because I don't want to post multiple places, I want things to be concentrated in one place. And so, yeah, I've always done YouTube. It's been there from the very beginning. It will continue to be, at the top of all that I value in terms of different social media sites, apps, platforms that I use. So I do want to remind you of that. And of course, Susan, Linda, and Daniel have their stuff that they're doing as well. Their, pages and their videos and live streams occasionally, Zoom calls, whatever they do. All right. So I wanted to get real with all of you tonight. So, before I go on Facebook, I will be posting written posts, maybe with images, some without, but they'll just be announcements and, other things private posts. They will not be on my community page on YouTube because that is all public. So I want to remind you of that. Now, and not only stuff that my Amenten does, but then other Amentens and just the Amentens collectively, or you get the gist of what's going on. All right. So I do want you to see one video, something about the lunar eclipse. A video. It can be Deborah Silverman. It can be Nadia Shah. She talks about that for really, that's the focus for her weekly horoscope. So it can be Heather Ensworth, Heather, Astrology with Heather. That's the one that I watched. I try to do as few as possible, just because you're watching, one after the other, and sort of, information becomes less meaningful when you see, okay, I'm seeing this person and I'm seeing this person, what they say. It's nice to get different interpretations and different views, and learn new information, but really, in terms of the prescriptive, especially maybe the predictive as well, but the prescriptive, element, keep it, less is more, really. So, anyway, what I wanted to talk about today. I think that I want to do something lifetime just because it's coming up. Facebook is out of fashion. So I'm going to do this while I am talking to you. I know you're all sitting on here thinking, why am I on this live stream and what are you doing? Well, I'm killing two birds with one stone because I am not going to say such important stuff and not post it in one way or another. In the natural, free way that you would do when it comes to posting things publicly. Certain things aren't natural, and certain things are. So, thank you for hanging in there with me. I will explain it to you get into this, give you the scoop, as they say, once I finish this post. Oh, I like this. This won't be a scheduled thing. Really? Oh, come on. Oh, that's nice. What about this? Please work. Please save. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Now I'm in business. A million pieces, a million shows that you won't get to see, a million people that you won't get to meet in person. Rejection is God's protection. Ba ba da ba da ba. Hey, hey, hey. Ha ha. Adapatapate ho ho. Open me up to find a little thing. Open my way. overarching me. Do do do. Ba da ba da ba da 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 da. By the way, if you click on the image, and if it's cut off, if the image is cut off, then believe me, when you click on it, it will show you the full thing. All right. Now that I have done that, I can talk to you about what is actually going on. All right. Thank you for waiting it out. Thank you for waiting it out. You know, I don't want to sit on something that I feel that I need to do, that I feel is an important thing to do. So I want you to be aware of that. Type in the chat, how many of you know JP Sears? Know of this person? Besides that, like myself, he is a sun in Aries. How many of you have heard of him? By the way, my new deodorant smells incredible. And it smells powerful. You know why it smells powerful? I'm a powerful person when it comes to wearing this deodorant, because the North Node is in Taurus, and the last time I smelled something very familiar to this was exactly opposite, when the North Node was in Scorpio. And I remember who had perfume with this scent on it. And her name rhymes with Rice Pilaf and Count Olaf. Her name was Mrs. Loloff. We did not get along. Her tone with me, just the way that she just, got upset with me and, yelled at me was, well, not yelled, but, I'm sure that she didn't yell, but she was angry. And, I remember this one Friday, she was like, oh, yeah, we need to get your parents here. We need to have a talk. And I was like, I mean, what did I do? I mean, and that is not the North Node in Scorpio. I mean, the North Node points to a higher side that the universe is trying to get you to go towards. That isn't very high vibration to me. No. So, yeah, if I ever find myself in a locker room with somebody wearing yellow Tylenol strain and somebody teaching me about very oversimplified, definitely unscorpionic Scorpio themes of inheritance and sharing and, all of that. And I mean, my choir class is just coming up to that point of being barely just flipping over to that. It's, I mean, I will walk out of a situation that is, well, 9 years from now, I may do a video on my channel called North Node in Taurus 2022 through 23, even though it's not going to be up to date. Because I think that one would feel stronger about living a life of your own values versus, having to, let go and allow other people to give you this and all, all those types of things. I think that we can all agree on that. And I will turn the comments off. I will post that video and I will act like it's this year that we're living in right now, even though it's going to be, what, 2032. I mean, when the nodes are North Node in Scorpio again, South Node in Taurus. So, yeah. And, definitely. So, opposites attract, but I mean, for the most part, there, are positives, but there are also, with oppositions, there can be conflict and tension and difficulty. It could go either way. It could have, mixed results, and I mean, could be debatable. Opposites do attract, as long as there's not like deep-seated, heavy, like anger or irritation or annoyance or jealousy, even, or just oil and water rejection of that person's oppositional qualities. I mean, I was hours later from being born with a Scorpio moon and Aries sun. And I know of someone who has a Libra sun and Taurus moon, and that's exactly opposite mine. Aries, don't mess around with the Aries sun, Scorpio moon. Don't go halfway, go all in. I mean, you say, show absolute authenticity, integrity, and give it all you got. And, it has to be profound and intense and, all those things. And I was born with my moon at 26 degrees of Libra. So thank goodness I have my moon in quite a, I hate to sound, because this is against my belief system, but oh well. So I'm going to kind of put that on the back burner when I say that I think the moon in Libra is a very strong placement for the moon, because what is the moon? It's how you want to be nurtured. It is, security and, how you want to feel comfortable and, in an environment which is a sanctuary and emotionally nourishing to you. And, well, Libra's an air sign, does deal with peace and harmony and, beauty as well. And, relationships. So I actually truly believe that the moon in Libra is really strong, very, very strong, especially because if you think about moon and water, oh, well, what are you feeling? And you can always talk about that. Well, the moon in Libra is very verbal. I'm a very verbal person, and it's so much healthier when you're verbal and you speak to it and you find words to what you feel. I don't want to be crispy critter and dull and numb and, life doesn't have any substance or meaning to it at all, and have my moon in Aquarius. But yeah, I am glad about where my moon is and my, just where everything is. Sorry for the people who have moon in Aquarius. I'm sorry if I threw you under the bus or talked badly about you. Certainly not what I want to do. But so, those notes. Indeed. So I kind of got off track, like way off track. Okay, let me reel it on back to what I was saying earlier. Now, the fact is that in life, you are going to have missed opportunities. There are just going to be things that happen that you don't take advantage of, that are there, golden, and you don't act upon it. Or a great opportunity that is so great and it feels once in a lifetime, And when you try to push it, you keep getting pushbacks. People keep rejecting you, saying, no, you can't have that. No, I'm not going to do that for you. This is not going to happen. That is the universe and God and Spirit working in your favor. Rejection is God's protection. Sometimes I just want, like when there's something that I want, even as simple and practical as the community tab, I wanted to shout it for the whole world to say, boom, check, I have it now. And YouTube finally got some common sense and said, hey, this is ridiculous what we're doing. It's like denying people the right to have the proper paper to write on. Denying someone the right to have a camera or a phone to film their videos. Denying someone the right to do what I'm doing right now and have a live stream. Now, by all means, run for the hills. If anyone has not used the community tab or uses it a little, then now is your chance to, if you're thinking, oh, I kind of want to use the same more, go for it. With mobile live streams off of the phone, if you do a mobile live stream, you have got to email me and tell me which source that you used it. If you tell me, oh, I did it off of the app, the mobile app itself, guess what? You'll have to get rid of it. That goes for everybody. I don't care who you are. That's how it will be. Sometime, not now, but sometime I will make an investment into YouTube Premium, which is going to be big, which is going to be huge, and there is opportunities and advantages. However, and I don't want to come on here and repeat myself and act like a broken record. Nobody is allowed to tell me that I do the rinse and repeat business when it comes to what I say, that I have few words to say, that I am narrow, that I don't have a huge thesaurus. Well, I can give that to you if you'll completely let me be myself and make stuff up and da-da-da-do-da. Hear what I just said? Make stuff up and da-da-da-do-da. That's a real word, da-da-da-do-da. Oh, no, you can't say that. See what I mean? So, don't get me wrong. I want to be as free as possible, but, I have to be natural and be what I feel is right. And just be me and do what's also comfortable for me to do and comfortable for me to say. So it's a balancing act between being totally free, not limiting myself, but then also doing things I feel comfortable with putting out into the universe, into the ethers, into the world. So, yeah. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Now, the reason why I brought up JP Sears, another thing. We live in a world of cyberspace. Oh, invest this money here, do this, do that, come to my live event, watch this video. Guilty. But believe you me, if I have a friendly conversation with somebody online, I want to say, oh, watch this video. I will, for posts and occasionally the odd video or two, but yeah, not directly towards. I may recommend not put in all caps and official big sort of way like I'm selling it in no, I mean, oh my goodness, I am so close to restricting all of you from even watching channels that have the membership option in them. Believe me. I don't, I honestly hate what is going to come out of my mouth. I just hate it. And I know it's absolutely wrong. And I know that I'm going to regret it later. Oh, but I'm going to say it anyway because Mars is retrograde. And what happens when you don't address things when Mars is retrograde? Yeah. So, yeah, it's not going to be entirely what I truly believe and feel absolutely right to say. But I'm going to say it anyway because it's not just a story that I'm making up and trying to convince myself of. Oh, no, it's a feeling. If it's a feeling, oh, yeah, then it's a feeling, okay? Maria de Simone is obsessed with social media and YouTube and could be more simple, more humble, and more grateful. More simple, more humble. More fair, more just, more equal, more Aquarian, more horizontal. Instead of blasting out, oh, my membership, oh. Ugh. When somebody sells you something and continues to sell it over and over and over and over and over and over again, and selling you this money and this privilege that I'm eligible now and I can do this and I can have memberships and I want you to join my membership because I'm so famous I could do. Oh wow, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. You're here, I'm here. Where's the horizontal in that? Where's the age of Aquarius in that? There's none. That's not Aquarian. And I'm not going to go check myself after I said that because I need to live. That's Leo. And there's good things about that, but there's also the shadow side to Leo. When Pluto moves into Aquarius, I think that all that will be just examined with a microphone. Examined under a microphone glass, under a microscope. Where are things not fair? Boom. When Pluto moves into Aquarius, I can almost guarantee it, YouTube is going to release those features one after the other. Stories, live streaming on a mobile device, previews for live streams and premieres, and allowing eligible creators, meaning if they are 18 or older or maybe even above 18, to have memberships. That's what eligibility means. Eligibility means if somebody is the proper age, not if they have followers, which other people give. You see, other people? Where is the North Node and Taurus in that? Oh, you have to rely on other people to give you these things. Oh, yeah, that's not North Node and Taurus. Yup, that's falling away. So, yeah. Yeah. You can't control how you age, but you also really can't control the people. So, I mean, you can, cut you have a proper diet, and you drink lots of milk, and the deal. But anyway, eligibility means cut and dry. You're old enough. You are old enough to do this. Okay. So if creators are 18, 18 or older, or 18 plus, they can do it. Anyone younger than that, you need to wait. I mean, that, I mean, sounds fair. Certainly a lot more fair than how the top-down vertical system is, which is totally flawed, and YouTube does not have a good sense of logic. The people who create them, I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what their philosophy is. It's just top down. Top down. Guess what? Pluto's going to move into Aquarius, and you had better change things up, because if you don't, you are not going to last that long. Pluto digs deep. It reveals any hidden matter that needs to be looked at. Boom. It is going to reveal that, and good gravy, things are going to change from Pluto's Aquarius. And things with YouTube and technology, social media, Aquarian-related areas will change. Things will become more fair, probably so. So just be on the lookout for that. Yeah, I'm so excited. Because if this means that things can become more fair and things become, cheaper, and, et cetera, all those complications, top down, all that could become less than, could disappear. And wonderful. Wonderful. Now, what was I saying? Well, you know the rule. Do not buy anything, any merchandise off of any creator, or join any channel membership. You can buy things on Amazon, buy things on people's website. You can join somebody's website, their membership on their website, not their YouTube channel. That is a rule that I want to make crystal clear for everyone. And you have to follow that and respect that. I will not do it. You will not do it. We're all in the same boat. That's just how it is. Take it or leave it. That's how it is. And I have the final word, period. That's how it is. That's how it will be. So, yeah. She has made it abundantly clear that, everywhere I turn when I watch her, join my membership. But, for the love of Pete, you really need to go to, learn the meaning of simplicity. I mean, as a Taurus sun, Taurus is simple. Taurus is not about the complicated. Taurus, yes, it's many. It's also many. And I say it like that because it's a filthy, disgusting word. Many. Ugh. Ugh. Money. Ugh. Gross. Filthy word. And it wouldn't be, it's just the complications and inconveniences that we assign to money, not the thing itself. To get technical and to get real. But anyway, JP Sears. Who is JP Sears? Oh, a comedian. Oh, somebody who's on YouTube, who's famous. He will be performing in Des Moines this weekend. Somebody who has so much following on YouTube. I mean, maybe with happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I mean, there has to be those boundaries set in place, because think of how many people are going to be on YouTube. I mean, you don't want, I mean, it's nice to just have like things separated. Like, you live your life out in public, out in the real world. You also have your, online cyberspace following things that you do. Your life is not going to totally change and become more peaceful and pure and all those things because you decide to put yourself out there, which you didn't have to pay to do. So, I mean, there's positives in getting the recognition and fame and all that, but, at the same time, it's just kind of like, so that's why I just have had dreams and fantasies and nostalgia to when I didn't get on YouTube and do all this stuff. Before, like, around the 17th of October 6th, October 16th, 17th of this year. So, anyway. But anyway, he will be performing, and none of you will be allowed to go see him perform. That's the truth. You can watch his videos and do all those things and, follow him that way. Maybe make that an occasion. Make that an event. Okay, well, once in my life, I'm going to sit down and watch videos from this person. Make it an event. It can be so simple, but no, none of you will be going because all of you, you know what? I want to be able to trust you, and so I hate to control people, but you are all, I don't care if you live in your own house. Okay, I'm making this decision right now, so I need you to listen to me and do what I'm telling you. I don't care for the people who live in their own house, your own house. I don't care for the people who live at this Amenten. Every single member of this Amenten will be at my Amenten. For the people who live in houses, you will there'll be living quarters space for you to for you to sleep in and experience for a certain number of time. But no, none of you will. In fact, I would even go as far as just unsubscribing from this person if you're subscribed to this person. So yeah. This person's work isn't spirituality. He isn't famous or anything. He isn't up there. He just makes videos, acting completely idiotic and dumb and having no substance of reality and truth and logic in his videos. He is an extremely conservative and he is a conspiracy theorist. He is absolutely a conspiracy, believer. Go watch his videos. His personality is so sarcastic that it's almost, oh, wait, it's exactly his personality. He is living on a glyph. He makes up stuff and publishes it and thinks, oh, it's so entertaining. People are going to love it. And yeah, well, he gets a lot of attention. He is off the planet. And he is not someone that I want you to be watching or following. His ideas are so far from truth, from anything practical, from anything legitimate, I can't even begin to tell you. So this is not any missed opportunity. If any one of you wants to convince me otherwise, pack your bags and leave my Amenten. I am dead serious. If anyone wants to convince me otherwise, you need to leave. Find somebody who believes it. Find somebody who will be on your side. The universe is saying, nope, you can't do this. You can't do this for a good reason because this person is screwed up. Think of how many people out there have a million following. What does that mean? Are their morals good? Is their sense of right and wrong good? Probably not always. There are some lunatics and loony bins out there. And this is an extremely profound example of a loony bin. And so, yeah, I will not have you associating with a loony bin who's going to happen to perform in Des Moines. I'm sorry. But that's the cut that even the clean slate. Period. It's ridiculous. Just to think about. People are going to really be having a run for their money when they find out that they wasted their afternoon, when they could be doing more productive and simple and more nourishing things for their souls and their lives. I don't have to be all Gemini with sophisticated with my words. But I mean, you get what I mean. So this is, if this person really was worth it and really was the person to get to know and get to see in real life, there would be, doors, portal openings, door openings, encouragements, yeses instead of no's, willingness to do what I want, etc. There will be far more pros than cons. In this case, there's far more cons than pros to going to witness this crazy person. Crazy. I don't even know what. So, yeah. I hate to break it to you, but sometimes, you need to do your research and do your homework and look into people. I don't like what's coming out of my mouth because it is not Aquarian whatsoever. But it's just the truth. It's just the truth. People will do so much to convince you and act it out and put a filter and make them look so famous and intelligent and wise when they're really pretty dumb and they'll cheat you and they will lead you astray and they will deceive you and they will trick you, and you will be shocked and devastated. And this is one of those situations. If I go to see this person, I will probably really regret it, because I will think to myself, wow, I'm in with the wrong crowd. This person is insane. I could have used this time doing better things and engaging with other people. And just because somebody who is the loony bin and the crazy person interacted with somebody whom you like and whom you followed does not mean that that crazy loony bin person is not crazy or loony bin or is the right person to engage with and spend time with and experience. To have an experience with, let's just say. Now, I've talked enough about this. I want to talk about the next thing. The astrologers are not always accurate. This is a fact. Eclipses, and I want to make this loud and clear. Eclipses only occur when the nodes of the moon are in those signs. On November 19th, 2021, there was no lunar eclipse in Taurus. It was a full moon in Taurus only. On April 20th, there is either going to be a solar eclipse in Taurus, or B, only a new moon in Aries. On October 28th, 2023, there is going to be only a full moon in Taurus, not a lunar eclipse. Oh my goodness me. Eclipses do not happen in signs that the nodes are not in. There is no eclipse in April, of 2023 in Aries that's a solar eclipse, because the nodes are not going to move into Aries and Libra until July. I'm not an astrologer, and the fact that I have to sit here and argue something that's just solid truth is ridiculous. I mean, that's below the belt. I'm not an astrologer. I am not an astrologer, and I spoke absolute truth. I mean, it's ridiculous. It really is. Like, you need to know the facts and don't forget about the nodes and where they are. So no, there will not be a solar eclipse in Aries at Aneretic degree on the 20th of April. There may be a new moon in Aries at Aneretic degree, 29 degrees of the sun and moon meeting up in Aries, or because it's April 20th, it could go either ways because the sun and moon will both be moving into Taurus at the same time. So the cosmos double book themselves, a double dip, all those things. There could be a solar eclipse on that day, or there could be a solar eclipse at the end of in mid-May, but there's no solar eclipse in Aries on April 20th because that's not accurate and that's way too early for it to happen. In April of 2024, yeah, makes sense. Not April 2023. And besides, the nodes are going to change signs in July. That's like saying, okay, so on April 20, on May 7th, 2021, there's going to be a lunar eclipse in Scorpio. The nodes aren't, I mean, you can see how inaccurate that is because the South Node in Sagittarius at the time, and North Node in the sign of Gemini. Like in October, several months after the nodes changed signs, a lunar eclipse in Taurus. Inaccurate, ridiculous, and wrong. I want to make that stately claim. You need to be careful of the information that goes around and the misinformation. What I'm saying to you, I want you to know, and I want you to trust and remember, because it is the truth. I don't want to confuse anyone or make up stories. This is the truth. You have my word. I mean, I would never lie to anyone. I'm certainly not lying to any of you, and I want to say that with real sincerity. That is a small little piece of misinformation. Now, in terms of 2023, stuff going on, well, some different stuff. I'm not going to put up with any, arguments or confrontations. I'm going to be, very demanding and vicious at times. And you need to do what I'm asking you, do what I want you to do, what I need you to do. No matter how monotonous or painful or, hard, difficult, challenging, no matter what it is. That's kind of another can of worms. I just want to stop talking. I'm sick of talking. So it'll be another video. I think that I and all of us should draw the boundaries now and stop. So have a good night, and I'll connect with you another time. Bye.